Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brianne. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is so great to have you here on this Saturday evening. I'm coming on just a little bit early because I didn't go on today. And as y'all know, I go on twice a day like clockwork. I don't always have a specific time, but it's in the afternoon and it's in the evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have Lisa, who did an amazing job on her live stream today. Lisa, welcome, welcome. We have Game City. It is wonderful to see you and wonderful to have you here. And my friend Vino Films. Oh my gosh, I love your channel. You are amazing, Vino Films. Maria Balbia. Welcome, welcome. I don't think you've ever been in my live stream before, Maria. I think this is the first time. Yes, and I want y'all to know I'm getting a little bit more professional at this, but not too much. If you can see, I have like this little ticker down at the bottom. And last night, I don't think any of you were here, but Carla and Mr. Positive and Miss Emma Tora were all on my panel. And they said, you know, you need to have a ticker and you need to do the banner and you need to do the background. So I did all that. I sat up till 3 o'clock in the morning last night trying to figure out how to do it all. And so I don't know, maybe this ticker will drive me crazy after a while and I'll take it down, but I like it. I really, really like it. So welcome, 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 welcome. Oh, Lisa, you know what? I will always be there if I'm home and I see that you're on. You know, many days I have college, and right now we're not doing it in person. We're doing it online, but I have live lessons and live teachers and tutoring and all this crazy stuff going on. Plus, I have my real life, you know, my life outside of school. And so when I saw you on, I jumped on and I shared you out because, well, that's what we do. We share and we shout out. And so you have amazing live streams. And Lisa, you've given me some really great ideas because you know that I am part-time. I will be part-time at the beach, at our little beach house that we raised our children in. I actually will be going down there next week. And so you gave me ideas of, you know, I've never used my iPhone before to do a live, but, you know, maybe walking along the beach, I may do that. So thank you, thank you, thank you for giving me such creativity in the ideas. And I really, really appreciate that. Welcome, Maylene. Welcome, welcome. And I'll give you a blue wrench. There you go, my friend. I think, Maylene, this is your first time in my live stream, if I believe so. Well, I have to tell you that today I was going to come on live, but I was so busy that I just, oh, Maria, you let me know when you're going on live, and I will be there. I will be there to support you and cheer you on. You just have to let me know. And if I'm home, I will be there. Okay, I'm a cheerleader. You know, we all need those cheerleaders in our life, those people that shout you out in a good way, ring that bell, you know, clap for you. We all need that. That's what I thought, Maylene. That's what I thought. I'm so glad you're here. And normally I come on at 9 p.m. now at night. But I thought, you know, I didn't go on today because I was designing my merchandise. I have 81 products coming out on my if you go to the bottom, you can see down below, I have all these new products, coffee cups. All of those are my own designs and my own paintings that I have done. And I've designed beach towels, and Maria, I know people with like 100 people, 100 friends that are going live stream. So I think they let you go anytime you want. I really do, Maria. So you need to check that out because, I mean, I know channels with very few on their channel that are going live stream. And so, you know, I've been designing all the products. I've been sitting up late doing it. I've designed beach towels. My favorite beach towel actually doesn't have one of my paintings on it because I put paintings on the beach towels. And the ones that are not out yet will be out within a day because I've got 81 new things that are coming up. So just go down and look at them and just tell me what you think. But my favorite is not one of my paintings or grandma's porch, which I have on a cup, but is the one where I put on a towel in a lot of different ways, on the beach towel, and it says, dreams do come true. Dreams do come true. And I did it in a way that when you see the towel, it just goes over and over and over in your mind. And I think sometimes we need that repetition in our life, and to let us know that dreams do come true. Dreams do come true. And so, I was busy with designing the products, and then they go under review before they can come up. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. And then last night when I got off of here, I was up till 3. Hey, JB. Hey, welcome, my friend. Thank you for always showing up in my streams. I appreciate you. And so last night, I was up till 3. And so like when someone else comes up, I think we'll see a different background on here. And I've got like 20 different backgrounds that I can choose from. And so I was working on that and trying to figure out StreamYard. I didn't even know none of this, like the ticker. I didn't know how to do the ticker. I didn't know how to do any of that. So then today I did my videos. I did like 8 videos, and you have to edit them and upload them. And now I have 5 channels. So today I created a 5th channel. If you're not connected to all of my channels, go now, not on this, but go to today's video, any of my videos that I put up, and you will see below those videos at the top of the comment section, you will see all the links to now 5 channels, 5 channels. So I just put up a brand new channel today. It had been in my soul with this name and to put it up, and it's called what does mom say? What would mom say? Diana Brianne Fairchild. And I looked it up to see if anybody else had taken that. Nobody else had taken that, which I was kind of surprised. What would mom say? You know, and because I'm both mom and grandma. And so I have Grandma's Adventures with Diana Brianne Fairchild, Grandma's Porch with Diana Brianne Fairchild, Grandma's House with Diana Brianne Fairchild, Diana Brianne Fairchild with over 3,600 videos now, wisdom, inspiration, motivation. And then now I have What Would Mom Say with Diana Brianne Fairchild. So if you connect with all my channels, guess what I do? I connect back. So for example, if you've connected with, you know, I'm one person, but when you connect with me, you actually get 5 subscribers. Okay, 5. Because if you've commented and watched a video and left a thumbs up and rang the bell, I come back to your channel when I do my comments, whatever time that happens to be. I did my comments earlier, but I go back sometimes late at night and do them, or the, you know, the next day, and I will connect with you. I'm wonderful about doing that. So I was so busy, and several of my friends were looking for me to come on, but I just, you know, I said no. I was a bit tired because I was doing all that, and I wanted to go out and run. And I run 5 miles a day. So I went out and I ran for 5 miles. And then I came home and took a bubble bath. So I'm all fresh. I'm all fresh. I promise you, I smell good. And so how are you all doing tonight? How is everybody doing on this Saturday night? I don't think anybody's home. You know, if you listen in the background, we have a lot of cheering going on. Now, we live about 3 miles from the school, but you can hear, you know, the band comes out and plays, and they play music, and you hear cheering and all of that in the background. So, yeah, Maria, you know, Maria, I do work out every single day. I'm 63 years old, 63. I'm not, well, my mind is 29. Okay. My attitude age is 29. Yeah, I know, JB. I know. I think right now I've designed enough, and yes, you're 12 hours difference, Maylene. We're opposite times. We're opposite times. And so, you know, what I do is, you know, I go out running every day. I've been trying to get to the gym because y'all know I was a workout machine until all this, virus stuff came about, and then we had to wear the masks, and I didn't want to wear the mask at the gym. So I quit going to the gym, but now they don't make us wear them as long as we're exercising. So I want to go back, but I haven't gotten back there yet because I'm just too busy. Oh, Lisa, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, Lisa, you might want to give it a chance too, because I have a lot coming out over the next 2 days. My favorite, I don't think it's up yet. It won't probably be up till tomorrow. Is the beach towel that says dreams do come true. I just love that one. And it doesn't have a painting or anything on it, but I've put dreams do come true, and I put it all over the towel. And it's just kind of a subliminal message for people to keep positive hope and faith in their life. And remember, reach for your tomorrows, reach for your greatness, reach for your own best life. And, that's what my channel is all about. Today I was working on the join button. Now, I am not certain about that join button, and I'm going to tell you why. I probably will do it. Okay, but I'm going to keep, YouTube makes you charge. They give you all kinds of ranges, and so I'm going to do that like the close to the minimum, because I want everybody to be able to join, and if they want to, and I want to make it affordable for everybody. And I shout everybody out, so I had to think about, okay, well, what am I going to do different? I'm not technical, so I can't do things on my screen like a lot of people do. I guess I could if I learned it, but Grandma doesn't want to learn it. I got too much I'm learning right now. So I thought, if I do the join, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a special shout out for each member. And so if you happen to be a member and you're not here, I'll have all my list of members next to me. And whether you're here or whether you're not, I will shout out your channel a couple times in the live streams. And I will, if I know anything about your channel, I will, explain to people what your channel is about. And so I want to do that. Oh, Maylene, thank you. Thank you, Maylene, so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And so, a lot of people don't think I'm coming on till 9 o'clock, so they're not even looking for me till 9. So Lisa, I don't know. I feel kind of, I never went into this for, even though now I have products and I'm going to be doing endorsements and all kinds of things. Endorsements are different than products. Well, in a sense, you're endorsing a product. So I will be doing that in the middle of my lives. Like, would you like to buy these diapers? And Maylene, absolutely. Maylene, you and I are connected already. You and I are connected. But Maylene, if you go to today's video and you comment, you click on each link, go to all 5 of my channels, comment, play a video, comment. I will come back to you. When I do my comments, I will come back to you with each channel, and I will connect with you. Okay, I will connect with you. And Maylene, I come on twice a day. Normally, I wasn't on twice today because I was, very, very busy. But most days I come on. I'm trying to make it as close to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, and 9 o'clock at night. Tonight it was a little early. Okay, so I'm a little bit off today, but that's okay. Yeah, JB, you are so right. You are so right. And normally on a normal night, I do get quite a few people. I've been all over the place, and I'm trying to narrow it into specific times so people know when I'm going to be on. Because when they don't know what time I'm going to be on, and I don't give notice, but today I've been giving notice. I'm starting to give a notification. And so I'm getting a little more professional about this. But if I do the join button, I think it's going to, thank you, Maria, thank you. I think it's, I'm going to keep it at a bare minimum. And because, I see people on here, and I can tell you, it's never been about monetization with me. Matter of fact, I forgot to turn my monetization button on. Thanks for reminding myself. Let me go. Let me go see if I can do that. I don't want to knock myself out or anything, but let me see if I can turn it on. Now it's taken a long time. So it's never been about monetization. It's never been about selling products. It's never been about any of that. Okay, let me just click this. This computer is very slow. This is on Grandma's porch, as y'all know. Let me just go do monetization. Okay, monetization. Normally I don't put the monetization on the video of the day. I just do it on the live streams now. Okay, so now we're going to go back. Okay, let's see. And go back to my channel. Okay, all this behind the scenes stuff. Okay, let me just go back. And this computer is a flat screen. If you look at my videos, it's like, from Grandma's porch, it's a flat screen. And I have to tell you, I don't ever want to buy another flat screen again. They're awful. They don't have the memory, at least this one doesn't, that my kitchen computer has. So we'll see. I'm going to do the, what do you call it? Probably do the join button. So we'll see. But, and what I'll basically do, it will be an extra shout out. And what I'll also do are videos periodically shouting people out. And that's really, what I want to do. And because it's all about helping people. It's all about us helping each other. We're not going to grow by ourselves, okay? We're going to grow by helping each other, by building a community. So many people are just so subscriber focused. They're just focused on subscribers. And I'm not. I'm focused on building friendships and a community. Yes, I love subscribers. I love the numbers, but it's about the relationships, and it's about touching each other's lives in a positive way. Because you know what? We're all just people. We're all just people. I did a 3 and oh my gosh, Lisa, it can go fast. It can go fast. It really can, Lisa. And last night I was on 3 hours. Didn't even know it. But you know what? I could feel it after, because you do get a little bit tired. But I had Carla on here, and I had Brenda on here. No, I had Mr. Positive on here, Carla on here, and Miss Ematora. So they carried the whole weight. Welcome, Daisy. Welcome, welcome. Let me give you a blue wrench. So they really helped me up here. And whereas, when you're doing it by yourself, like you did today, Lisa, that does take a lot. But then you were at the beach. How wonderful. ADM, welcome, welcome. Thank you, ADM. Yes, ADM, I came to your channel through all 5 of my channels, I believe, because I have 5 channels now. And today I created a new one called What Would Mom Say? Diana, Brianne, Fairchild. But I believe I came to all of your channels. I mean, from all of my channels to your channel. So like I said, if you make a friend with me, you're making 5 friends for your YouTube. 1 of me, but 5 friends for your YouTube. And but Lisa's right. It goes by really fast. Now, I come on twice a day, and, I'm trying to become more predictable, more consistent. But we all build this dream together. We're all building it together. And don't look at where you're at today. Appreciate where you're at today. Savor where you're at today, because it's all a journey. But also visualize what it's going to be like a year for you from now. 2 years from now, 5 years from now. Okay. think about that 5 years from now. Mindorina's girl, welcome, welcome. I'll give you a blue wrench also. AGM, I gave you a blue wrench, and Daisy, I gave you a blue wrench, I believe. Let me check. Yep, I did. I did. And so this is the thing, is that we help each other. We help each other grow. We shout each other out. Like I went into Lisa's stream today, and she said to one of her moderators, she said, please drop Diana's link for her in the chat, and she did. And that's how we grow. We help each other. We help each other, and it's fun. You feel good when you're helping someone else, because if you grow, guess what? I'm going to grow too. Because if I hang out on your channel and you're growing, then I'm going to meet a lot of your friends. But if you're not growing, then I don't grow. So, we all want to grow together, and we all want to help each other. But a lot of people don't think that. And this is the problem that I had with the join button, and the reason I didn't do it. Because some of these people, and JB can probably tell you this, some of these people they charge exorbitant amounts, and they make such demands on the people. Welcome, Carla. Welcome. Carla, that is perfectly fine, my friend. I'm on a little bit early tonight, so most people don't even know I'm on yet. Welcome, Carla. And let me put in there, okay, Carla, if you want to come up, you're welcome to. But if not, I understand. Totally understand. Just let me know if you want to come up. I truly, truly appreciate you last night, Carla. You and Mr. Positive and Miss Amatora really carried the ball for me last night. And I am so grateful. So grateful. You are all so amazing. And thank you for recommending Mr. Positive to come up, because I really like him. I really, really like him. And I hope you do feel better, Carla. I do. I try to avoid sugar. I eat stevia because sugar will give me a headache. And thank you, Carla. Thank you. Carla, I slept in late today. I was so tired because I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning. I did a whole video based upon you and Mr. Positive and Miss Amatora telling me how to do this with the StreamYard. So last night I was up until 3 o'clock trying to figure out StreamYard. And I think I figured it out thanks to you, because you know what? I did the video and I haven't put it up yet. I just did it today. It's called Grow, Grow, Grow. But how you grow is if you grow through new information. The old information you have brought you to where you're at, and be thankful for it. But you need thank you, Carla. Thank you. You need new information to get you to where you want to go. Well, Carla was talking about the join button. So I've been researching that whole join button. And, last week and a half ago, Brenda Land said she just did her merchandise shelf. And I thought, well, I've had a merchandise shelf opportunity for a long time, but never did it. So I decided I was going to do it. Now I have 81 products. They'll all be out by tomorrow, all 81 of them. And so you have to kind of go into them just to find them, but some of them are so, so cool. My favorite, as I said, is the beach towel. And it says dreams come true. Dreams do come true. And I think you're going to love the beach towel. Dreams do come true. And everything I did was motivational, inspiring, because we need something to remind us that, thank you, Carla. Thank you. Thank you. We need something to remind us that we are, that life is more than worth living. It's fabulous, but we have to create it. We have to create it. And just because you turned 60, thank you, Carla. That was all your idea. That was all your idea. And so basically, we learn from each other. You want to grow, you have to get new information. So like through Brenda Land, I now have a merchandise shelf. Through Carla, Mr. Positive, and Miss Amatora, I now, am doing all these different things with StreamYard, possibly going to go ahead and go forward with the join button. And so we will see. We will see. And Carla, I just have, some questions about the join button because I don't know how to do the emojis. I'm not an emoji friendly person, meaning I don't know how to do them. And the badges. How does the badges work? Who makes the badges, or do they give you a badge for your people? And basically what I'm going to offer, and I always I did another video today, it's not up yet, called Undercommit and Overgive. So what you do is basically, do you ever notice that people like overcommit and overpromise and then they don't come through? Well, I tend to underpromise and undercommit and I overgive. So people are happy. Okay. So that's kind of how I do it. So basically the only thing I'm promising, how do I do it, Carla? Because that was kind of my concern. That's why I didn't activate it. How do I do it? And what happens? I feel like, oh my gosh, if I actually have a join button, what's going to happen? I have 13,000 friends. Will I get anybody to join? I hope so. But I'm going to just charge a very small amount because, like we were talking about last night, I knew somebody who had just gotten monetized and they didn't have really that much, many people on their page, and they went over the top with what they charged. They charged more than any big channel that I saw. I was disgusted by it. And because that's not why I'm here. I'm here to help y'all grow. Scale down the pictures, MTO, to make emojis. Okay, I just don't know how to do that. I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm not technically savvy. You can ask my husband. He's technically savvy. But he's not here. He's down at the beach. That's a whole nother story. So they got down there at midnight last night. Midnight. With all the furniture. They were pulling this huge trailer behind the truck with all a brand new furniture that we bought for the beach house. All my paintings, not all my paintings, but the beach paintings. And it was really, I was concerned because they were going down at night, and my son and my husband, but they made it fine. So they delivered all the new kitchen appliances today. So wouldn't you know it, they delivered it, they set up the ice maker, and my husband left, after they left. My husband left for a little bit to go get lunch, came back, the kitchen was flooded. Our brand new floors that we just had done like 3 days ago, completed, brand new floors, everything was flooded. The ice maker was defective. So the company is going to bring us a new refrigerator, but fortunately there was no damage. And so I'm going down next week. My husband said he's going to get internet connected, I think on Sunday, because I need it for my school. So I'll have internet and everything. So I'll be going down. And I think I'm going to do what Lisa did. Welcome, Christo. Welcome. First time here, Christo, I think. Welcome to you. And there's a blue wrench. So I think basically I'm going down on next week, and I want to do what Lisa did. Take my iPhone. I've never used my iPhone for YouTube or Facebook. And so I want to walk around and show the beach and show the town. It's a very small island. So I could actually walk from one end of the island to the other end of the island in probably the full circle, probably total, if I'm going slow, probably 1 hour. And it's a beautiful island. It's an island right on the water, but it's connected by a little tiny bridge off the coast of Georgia. And it's just wonderful. So, I'm going down there, help my husband put up the artwork, stuff like that. So, But I can't stay but only a few days this time because I have to be back from my classes. I have a lot going on here. Can't leave the house too long, even though I'll have someone here watching over it. Hey, Mr. Positive, do you want to come up with me? I'm running out of things to say. I'm gonna put the link in, Mr. Positive. Carla has a headache and doesn't feel well, so she's not up here with me. Let me see. I think I put it in the wrong one. Okay, wrong one. Let me go over here. And GNAV, welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm going to put it, let me put it in again. Welcome, Un. Welcome, welcome. You're welcome. Un, I'm putting the StreamYard in for you and Mr. Positive. And if Carla wants to come up, she's very, very welcome. She's not feeling good. Thank you, Mr. Positive. And Un, let me make you blue. Going to make you blue there. So we have Undel in the house. We have Mr. Positive, and welcome everybody here. Welcome, welcome. Mr. Positive, you can see I listened to you and Carla and Miss Amatora last night, and I have the what do you call it? The stream up. There's Mr. Positive. I clicked on you. There you are. Hello, Mr. Positive. How are you?
I'm good. Trying to figure out which one to mute.
Yeah, I know. I have the same problem. You know what? Okay. No, we have Grandma's couch here. What should I leave this up or should I put a different one up? I did about 20 of them.
Oh, you're talking about your line here in the morning, or here, let me read it. I didn't even get a chance.
The background. The background. Can you see it?
No, the background is beautiful. Are you kidding?
Thank you. Thank you.
No, you should keep that up. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, if you want more of that, there's 3 other places that you can place us, so that way the background stays. You know what I mean?
3 other what?
I don't articulate well, but there's a button that allows you to choose. I think there's 4 places that you can arrange us, so that way the background is more prevalent.
Okay, let me see. Well, I want us to be prevalent too.
Let me see. I figured not that one. That would just be definitely us.
Well,
is there another one?
The thing is, we feel like we're sitting on. Well, I am sitting on Grandma's porch, but now you're sitting on Grandma's porch too.
That's awesome. I like it.
Yeah, because I always say, "Come sit on Grandma's porch."
Yeah, I just figured maybe you'd want us on the side. That way the background could be there. But if you wanted to see my messy hair, that's fine too.
Well, you know, I was telling everyone in the stream that it was you and Carla and Miss Amatora that got me started on this last night. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning after I got off, trying to figure out the background. Yeah, trying to figure out the background, trying to figure out the streaming, trying to figure out all that. And I just talked about this before you came on. I did a video today. I haven't put it up yet, called "Grow, Grow, Grow: How to Grow to That Next Level." You've got to have new information. Right. And the old information will take you to where you're at. It got you here today. But if you want to go further, you need new information. And in order to get that new information, it has to come through people that is not you. So when you were all up here last night, I got new information.
Right. And it was all good, positive stuff. I love it. Oh, I need to change it from private chat to comments. There we go. Although I still can't type in StreamYards for some reason.
Did you put comments?
Well, I can show you if you let me share screen real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. Share screen. Let's see. Screen sharing is easiest with 2 monitors. I know this already. Okay, share screen. All right, so now I just need to choose which one I want you to see. So I'm going to hit this one.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so do I bring it up? Or what?
Yeah, you bring that up. It's just another form of me, but yeah, you bring it up.
Okay, let me
Oh shoot, what happened? Why am I?
see. I'm learning all this. I mean, it's amazing. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out why I have 50 or why it's a tunnel vision. So maybe that's not going to help.
Do you want me to take it down? Let me take it back down for a second to figure, because I don't want all your personal stuff to be
No,
seen.
nothing is personal, but see that tunnel like a. I don't. I'm trying to figure out why it's only
You're
one
teaching me
screen.
though, because one of the things I want to know is, I was talking about, after I talked to you and Carla
Uh,
and Miss Amatora about having a join button. So if I do that, I'm going to shout people out, but I don't know
yeah.
how, beyond shouting them out like I do right now. I don't know how to bring, like their channel up. Let's say I wanted to bring their channel up here and do a share screen. How would I do that? Just open a different tab and then go share.
Well, okay. So I think I understand your question. Forgive if I don't, but um, you mentioned that you can open up open up 10 tabs, right? To
Yes.
actively watch people in the background to help their
Yep.
watchtowers, right?
Yes.
So when you bring when you bring them up, when you hit the share screen, anything that you have popped open will be there.
Okay.
Will anything that anything that's in the forefront will be there. You choose it, and then everyone can see it, and then you can use your mouse to navigate where whatever you want on that particular page. Does that make sense?
Right. So, for example, if I wanted to bring your channel up here right now, I would open up a separate tab. I would go to your
With my
channel.
name.
I would go to your channel on YouTube, and then I would do what in order to where is that share button at?
Okay, so did do you have me open? Do you have my channel open, for example, right now?
Let me go. Let me go over
Yeah,
and
open up my channel, and you
there.
have 2 monitor system, right?
I don't know. I'm just on one
Do
computer.
you use 2 screens or just one
No,
screen?
I'm
You,
just.
you
This is Grandma's porch, so I only have one screen.
One
Oh,
screen? Okay.
so let me just do Mr. Positive. Let me see, Mr.
I'm
P
not
O.
sure how easy it's going to look or appear with only one screen, but we can try it out.
Let me look here and see. Okay, okay. Now I've got your channel here. Let me look. Okay, let me go in.
So
Okay.
open it up so that way you're seeing me. Pause my automatic video so that way you're
Okay,
not
so
hearing it.
I should actually open up a video, right? Which video would you want me to open?
Any of the religious ones, not the latest one because that's drama.
Okay, for the glory of God. Would that be right? No.
Yep, that'll be a good one.
Okay, so let's open that one up, and then I'm going to mute it in
So
a
mute
second.
it, and now hit the share screen.
Let me. Okay, it's muted. So where do I go to get the share screen?
Okay, at StreamYards, go to your StreamYard again.
Okay,
Down at the bottom, you'll see the word share.
got it.
When you click share, one of those options should be my channel, or one of those screen options should be my channel.
Okay, I have share screen or video file.
Share screen.
Okay, let me see. Okay, it says screen sharing is easiest with 2 monitors. Screen sharing works best on a good computer. Okay, some screen.
It's not going to mess you up just to try it. I mean,
I'm going to do share screen.
yeah. So hit share screen. The
Okay,
next
and then
option you're going to see are those windows that are open. Choose the one that
I
has
need to
me
do
on it.
do I need to do
Huh?
Chrome tab, or which one do I need to do? Application, probably Chrome tab. Okay, got it. So, okay, now I see. Wait a minute. I think I got it. Okay, let's see. Okay,
Yep,
there.
it's working.
Wait,
It's
let me
working,
see
sort
if
of, I
I.
think.
Wait a minute. Let me see. Now I don't have anything on my. Okay. Now I don't have. I don't see anything. I don't see any.
Did you purposely click
Do
on
you
the
see anything?
StreamYard screen? I
There
don't.
it is.
Oh,
There it
now
is.
see.
There it is.
Okay, and see now you can use your
There it is.
mouse and just play with
Wow.
it. right?
Wow. So, okay, so what I do, okay, it's not letting me move it, but okay, so see now I'm showing your channel up here. This is what I wanted to know.
Yep.
Um, this is what I wanted to know. I wanted to know how to do this. And because
Mm-hmm.
if I do the share button, I mean, if I do the join button, and I'm most certainly going to shout people out whether they're here or not, verbally, and talk about their channel a little bit. But I would love to be able to do this to bring each person's channel up here like this. So now, how do I
Right.
get it down?
You just
How do
hit
I get it down?
stop
Do I do
share. If you want to take
stop
away the
screen?
share, you just
Okay.
stop screen share. And there you have it.
Okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's amazing. That is
Yeah.
amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh my
It took me
gosh.
about a month
Oh
to
my gosh.
figure it out, but I'm a slow learner.
Oh my God. Oh my. Wrath, welcome. I'm going to give you a blue wrench. I am Wrath. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you. First time in here, I think. Well, no, I think it's their second time, right? I am Wrath. Thank you, thank you. Oh, you know what? See, this is what I'm talking about, everybody. You can't grow without new information. Okay,
Right.
your old information is precious, but it can only take you to where you're at. It can't get you any further. So I did that video today, and I'm going to probably put it up tonight or in the morning about how if you want to grow, you have to get new information. Well, I had Carla, I had you, I had Miss Amatora, and then last week Brenda Land was telling me about the merch shelf, and now I've got all of that. So now my big step, Mr. Positive, is to do the join button. And
That can be
I'm
nerve
really,
wracking, but you'll do it.
well, my big concern is I always want to under promise and over
Mhm.
give. And that's
Right.
the way I want to do it. Always, and I did a video titled that today. I haven't put it up yet, but it will go up too. Always under promise and over give. And then people are
Mhm.
happy. But if you over promise and under
Right.
give, then people are unhappy. And you
Right.
see so many people, so many of these shout out channels that people join, and then they're very, very unhappy. And I don't want that. I don't want that. I want people to be happy. So I'm going to charge
Mhm.
just a very, very little amount because you have to charge something according to YouTube. Otherwise, they won't give
Yeah,
you
I
the
think
button.
it's 99 cents is the bottom line.
Yeah,
I'm not
99
sure.
cents. And then the next step is $1.99, which I think is extremely fair for a big
Mhm.
channel. And but some people charge $50.
Yeah,
50.
no.
It's terrible. I think it's just horrible.
I think you are worth the dollar something because you're at 13,000, right?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
I totally
And
don't. I think you would undersell yourself if you did 99 cents. But I
right.
think
My
you're
plan is $1.99 is what I
right.
plan on charging. And
Right.
that's once a month. And what I will do, what I will offer, I'm gonna like I said, under promise. So what I'm
Mhm.
gonna offer is that I will shout people out who's my members, I will shout their channel out, and whether they're here or not here. And
Right.
maybe not every single live stream, because if I do a really short live stream for some other reason, but mainly, because I come on twice a day, most certainly when I come on the majority of my live streams, they will be shouted out, whether they're here or whether
Can
they're
I
not.
offer a suggestion?
Yes, absolutely.
If you even do it once a week, that might be too much for you. And what I mean by that is they're there for you for the month, right?
Yes,
So if they join you, there's a month worth of time for you to do it. So
yes.
don't. My advice is don't stress trying to do it once a week. Do it once a month. Pick them.
Thank you. I
Maybe
was thinking
I'll throw up a number. Do it on the 15th.
yes,
Dedicate a live just showing streams, showing who your members are, because it's probably going to take 20 minutes,
yes,
even if you only have a few channels, but it's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes for you to show everybody.
yes.
So that's
Mr.
why I suggest once a month.
I listen because,
Mm,
we grow through listening. We
right.
grow. And, I was just so amazed when I got off of here and so enthused after talking to you and Carla and Miss Amatura that I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning. Of course, I had to
That's
sleep
pretty
in later
awesome.
this morning because I was very, very tired. But I mean,
Right.
I was designing products and I was doing all this stuff. And then today, the reason I didn't come on live today, um, um, Carla, that's perfectly fine. Your grandkids should always take first priority, and your kids. Mine always do. And the thing about it, it's just that I'm learning so much. And
Right.
whatever advice you give, like I always say, listen to advice that's coming with good intentions. You may not agree with it, you may not take it, but
Right.
listen to it, and often it will be right for you.
Right.
And so. I mean, I wouldn't even be considering a join button had you all not talked about it. I wouldn't have a banner. I wouldn't have a background. And I've been doing this a while, and I didn't have anything in the back. I didn't know how to do it. I
Right.
had no clue.
Well, I'm
So
glad to be able to help you.
what are
What
your
is my
suggestions
what?
for a join for now? Because remember, I don't want to. I'm
Well, I was thinking out loud or thinking quietly when I was talking out loud. Maybe once a month is not fair, but no more than 3 a month.
mhm,
Taking the time to share whoever's joined you for the month.
yes.
Um, that's just my advice. Carla might have a different idea on that. Um, it's too bad she has a headache. I'm sorry that you have a headache, Carla. um,
Well, I overgive. And my
mhm.
my biggest weakness in life. Now, I'm very
And maybe
careful,
that's it.
but I overgive. And it's like when you come to my house, my husband always says, this is what he says, you make enough food for an army. I said,
Yeah.
yeah, but would you rather me like make one pork chop for everybody, but instead I make 10 pork chops for everybody.
Right.
I've always overdone everything because I grew up in a family that always, you went to their house and they always had food on the table for you. And if you didn't eat, they would be upset. So you had to eat when you went to my house,
Right.
and so I've always been a person. I've got this. The One of my friends said, she said, Diana, you have the gift of hospitality. And I'd never really thought that I had that gift of, I never really thought about it. But anybody that comes to my home feels welcome. So, I tend to overdo things in a good way, like painting. If you come to my house, there's paintings on every inch of the walls, and I have 5,000 square feet in my house.
Wow.
Every
That's
inch of my
awesome.
walls are my own paintings, my own paintings. So I do great stuff to a very large degree.
Maybe you should have your paintings as your background. That'd be fun.
Well, you know what I did, Mr. Positive? If you check out my merchandise, I put all my paintings on cups, on T-shirts,
Oh,
and
nice.
along with wisdom quotes. I have 81 products coming out by tomorrow or the next day.
Have they
80.
approved them all yet?
No, they're not all approved, but
Yep.
yeah. So hopefully, and I'm going to make more because I've got so many paintings. And what I'm
Right.
doing is like putting wisdom quotes with it. Like wisdom quotes. I have this one. I always say it's called. It's like a crazy woman, on there with her
Hmm.
hair sticking out 'cause she's stressed. And I
Right.
thought, somebody may need that. I may put that on a shirt.
Right. That's awesome. Hi,
so,
Venmo.
what, so what are your suggestions for the join button?
Uh, I love your over promise, or
Under promise.
I agree with your under promise. So maybe promising us all that you will at least showcase our channel once a month, and then of course you're going to over promise, which means you're going to probably do it multiple times.
Right, right,
Right.
right.
Carla probably has a lot more options because I don't have a join button, so I haven't dreamed of what I would do yet because I'm not there. Uh, I know that I'm going to probably raffle off 10% of my earnings um, uh, with people who join me.
Yes.
That's just an idea that's floating in my head, but I don't dare suggest that to anyone else because then you get into the fight of, well, how do we know this or how do we know that? I'm willing to take on that fight, but so I wouldn't suggest anyone else to do it.
Right. Hey,
But
Vino says, hey, Diana, thank you, Vino. You know what, Vino? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I forgot what the title of this video, and Carla knows, is called Pantyhose Old Women. And I can't remember, what is it called? Pantyhose Old Women and something else here. And
high heels party on
high
YouTube.
heel party. And let me tell you why I did that, because y'all heard what I talked about last night. And I thought, now it won't maybe pull in people initially, but after it goes out into recording, it will pull in a lot of views in the recorded land. And the reason I called it, and I wanted to talk about this, is, in order to get your video out there and to get it with a lot of views, you have to figure out the title. Because you can have a great thumbnail, you can have great content, you can tag it all you want, and you can even put it in the description box. But without a perfect title, it's welcome ROMs, welcome. You're not going to be able, it's not going to get pushed out. So what happened to me is, if you go to my video called Old Women in Pantyhose, it's got almost 15,000 views.
Yeah, I
And
saw that.
other ones, Vermac, welcome, welcome. All of my videos that I use pantyhose in, several of them have thousands of views. One has 600 views. They've all got a tremendous amount of views. So if you look up Old Women in Pantyhose, it's almost at 15K.
Wow.
And yeah, and so what I've discovered, it's the word pantyhose. So I decided to call this video Old Women in Pantyhose in High Heels, because I did one with high heels. I tried to figure out the algorithms. So if you use the word pantyhose, it's going to get pushed out there. If you use the word high heels, party will get pushed out there. So I just put it all together. So you've got to figure out, if you want to grow your channel, you've got to use the word kiboshi, welcome, welcome. You've got to use, go ahead.
I want to talk to your audience, even though there's only 9 people in here.
Yes.
Share this information that I have for you guys, whether you take it or you don't. My suggestion is, I love what Diana is saying. Do you first of all, do you want to be called Diana or Grandma?
Diana.
Okay, Diana. All right. You're not my grandma, but I'll call you that. It doesn't matter to me. But yeah, Diana, you did perfect. So what I'm about to say is will go along with what I'm trying to articulate. When you say pick words that will make your channel grow, make sure that along with your title, you also have what you're really going to also be talking about.
Yes.
Okay. Because otherwise it's called clickbait if you don't.
Yes.
So for example, if Diana decided to say that this stream that she's in right now is just pantyhose and that's it, that's called clickbaiting. You want to say pantyhose and the topic of your channel, and what you're going to talk about in the channel, because you don't want to be considered a clickbait.
Yes, let me go look at the title here. Let me go see what it says. Pantyhose on YouTube. How I got my most views. Come grow your channel. So it really was
talking about that.
Right, and we're talking about growing your channel. And basically, I grew my channel. I mean, I have almost 15,000 views on that one video, and it was from Pantyhose. And so it was Pantyhose, Old Women. It was, and then I've had some other ones. Like I did one called Older Women, Younger Men. That got a tremendous amount of views. I think about 5,000. And so it depends on what your title is. There's a lot of different titles that you can use. You have to find out what works for you. Now, I'm not going to probably use pantyhose too often because that gets old. Welcome, Peter, and welcome, Eris. Welcome, welcome. And but pantyhose works. But the problem I got with
you said sexy grandma, and that worked for you. That gave you a lot, right? So you get creative.
Yep.
So that was my suggestion to all those that are listening. It's say that cute little word that gets people to say, what is this about? But make sure that you add what you're also going to talk about. That way it doesn't consider itself a clickbait. in my
Right. And
opinion.
so Pantyhose really, it was it really got me the most views of
Mhm.
anyone, the Pantyhose, that could very well be, because what happened, on these, I got all the crazy people too. So yeah, and actually, if you go look up the old women in pantyhose, there's a bunch of old women in pantyhose, and it's kind of not so good, but
Yeah.
I've got 5 channels, so I can run to one of my other channels, I guess. But yeah, and I think it just depends on what you talk about. But older women, younger men, that really hit home too. And I'm
Right.
trying to think what other, but there's been quite a few. But you have to kind of pick your words. You have to
Hmm.
pick your words.
Yep. You got to pick your words wisely and make sure that they are truthful in a way,
Yeah,
and they are.
yeah. Yeah, they've got to be truthful, and you don't want to do clickbait or anything like that. That is so very, very true. Very, very true. So,
Now,
getting back to
go
growing your
ahead.
channel, what would you say would be the best way to work with the algorithms?
I'm new. I was I did not think I was on the opposite. What am I trying to say? I was on the opposite side you were saying about tags. I honestly thought those were supposed to help. And listening to you understand how they really don't was very knowledgeable. I loved that because I thought, how can I get more views? Well, honestly, my content not going to get views unless you, like you also have told us all, stay consistent. Do a video every single day. I have failed at that very much. But if I start going back and stay consistent, people will see what
Yeah,
your content is, and those that want to be involved will, right? None of my religious stuff gets more than 20 views.
right. But
But
your
I'm
channel's
okay
still
with
growing
that. You know what I
as
mean?
you go, you'll get more and more. And even
Right.
bigger channels. Like I was on a channel today, had 75,000 subscribers, and they only had about 10 people in the chat. So you can't always predict it, because I mean sometimes
Right.
you get a lot of people, sometimes you get hardly anybody. I mean, it's just the way it is. Hold on one second. Hey, Melissa, my daughter just came in.
Peter, that is a very good, wise statement too. Make sure your titles are a little bit different all the time. Make sure you have a different thumbnail every photo that you bring up. A friend of mine told me, well, a YouTube acquaintance told me I failed a lot because my thumbnail was only one picture for like 20 or for like 70 photos or 70 videos. And they're like, YouTube wants different photos for everything you post on your channel. So
Oh, I
that's
have
a
a bad
wise thing.
I have a bad habit. I tend to use similar ones.
You
So
can do
what?
similar, but just not exact, right?
No, they're not exact. I try to take
Right.
some of my paintings and then I put a
Hmm.
photo in with it, but they're not exactly. They're
Right.
not exactly
So
the
you're
same.
doing good there too, from
Hmm.
according to what I've been told. Uh,
Hmm.
change your thing, do your thing. And Diana, you're also doing another fun thing that I share with people, that I've learned, and I don't know if it's helping the algorithm or not, but I'm taking trust in it, is make sure your video is minimum 10 minutes.
Yes, my videos.
Minimum 10 minutes, no less than that, or why do it?
I think my videos kind of average. They can go between 5 and 10 minutes, but sometimes they're short of 10 minutes. And I think that's another thing that I'm going to work on. And I don't like to drag out a subject that I talk about. So what I may do again is to incorporate maybe 2 subjects into one video.
Yeah, if you have that, if you have, I mean, you have the talent to do it, but if you have the double talent to have that kind of content twice a day, or how many are you do one
Well,
video a day?
I do like 6. I
Oh,
was putting
well,
up
if
six.
you have that mindset, go
uh,
for it, girl. I wouldn't. I don't have that brilliance. like you do?
I was putting up 6 videos a day, and now I'm putting up 1 to 2 videos a day because I'm doing live streaming. But you know, I have all these different topics, and then I put a lot of them in the queue. So you know, for if I don't have time to make a video, and they just come to me. You know, like today
Right.
it was I did probably 8 videos today, and the one was because I just pick up the camera as soon as, and you know, it's spontaneous.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so today was about under promise and over give. And then you know, it was about the new information. If you want to grow in life, you really need to get new information, because without the new information, you are not going to grow.
Right. What do you have you utilized the time upload video section?
No.
That would be another thing. If you've done like 2 or 3 a day, if you've done, for example, 2 already in the day, but your brilliant mind says, oh my gosh, I have this topic and I can do it right this minute. There is a section, as when you upload it to YouTube, it'll say schedule for a different date and time. So
Yes.
that way it's not forgotten. You don't have to remember to do it, and you don't have to remember to upload it later. Upload it the moment you have it done because you thought about it, but make sure that the timestamp that you've uploaded it to is in the future.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have done that then?
Well, I haven't done it like that. Usually,
Okay.
but I may do it in the future like that. I did see that you can kind of delay it, and it'll go up at a specific time.
Right, and it will. I mean, it's not gonna. YouTube will, as long as you don't change where you set. How do I say? How do I explain this? When you upload it to YouTube, and it's waiting for it to finalize, wherever it is on your computer, it has to stay there. Because if you move it after you have it in the queue, it's going to say it's not going to work. So make sure that it's set wherever in your computer, so that way it doesn't have to be touched when YouTube finally uploads it. Then you can move the video anywhere you want. Or if you're, I have not tried this, but I could go to my second hard drive, open it up there, then force it over, and then I don't have to remember to place the video to its proper place on my hard drive.
Peter says, I think I have activated the algorithm with one of my uploads. It got over 300,000 views. The amazing sound of the lyra bird. Wow, 300,000.
That's awesome, Peter.
Wow. That is tremendous, Peter. Tremendous. I would love to get 300,000 views. You know, right. I would love, love, love that. But you know what? I believe for all of us, if we hang in here and continue to do what we're doing, we will grow. We will be.
Sorry, let me turn off my phone.
All it takes is one video to get out there, you know. And like you're all right, like Vino said, you don't want to be clickbait. Like you said, you don't want to be clickbait. And you know, and so I hope they don't consider this clickbait, because basically I was talking about old women in pantyhose in that video. And in that video, I was saying that old women tend to wear pantyhose because it kind of pulls them all together, you know, pulls their body together. Welcome, Croft. Welcome, welcome, my friend. And so that video was about pantyhose. And then, because really my grandmother wore the hose that she had to roll up, you know.
Yep.
She used to put rubber bands around them.
And they stupidly frayed, and
yeah.
I wouldn't want to be a female back in the day.
Well, my grandma, she never threw her pantyhose away. She made pillows out of them. So she used them for stuffing. And yeah, but I love pantyhose. I mean, I believe in pantyhose because they kind of, you know, women over 60 kind of need that form fit. At least, you know, I believe in it. So anyhow, but it was that video that I realized it caused me to grow. It caused me to grow. So you have to find the right words. I don't suggest pantyhose. I do not. Hey, Paul, welcome. I don't suggest pantyhose, okay, to use, but you've got to find the right words that are going to push you out.
Right. And I think you're doing wonderful. Now I want to be schooled by you. I have a question for you that I think that you kind of pushed on Carla to answer. And I think Carla maybe gave some good ideas, but I want a more in-depth answer or question. The idea for us all is to subscribe to all of us, or in order for each of us, we have to subscribe, and for all of us, we have to at least try to see a video. How do you handle? I mean, I did that. I subscribed to everybody, but what happened to us is I was subscribed to 500 people, just random people. How do I help them? How do I help them other than just be a subscriber? I guess that's the question, because I don't think I would never have the time to watch 10 minutes, even 10 minutes of 500 people. So what is your thoughts on that?
I think how you can help them is very much like what I'm doing, giving them an opportunity to come to your live stream and grow. Even though you may be talking about other kinds of topics, you can give them an opportunity to come into your community and to get to know people. And so you may not be able to go to their channel, but they may be able to come to your channel. I have over 13,000, and I cannot go to everybody's channels. I really can't. Now, when someone subscribes to me, I go to their channel and I do watch a video. And that takes a lot of time. I play the video. I may not actually watch the whole thing, but I play it through. And because I open up 10 different tabs, and I do that and I let it run through and I comment and I do all that. But beyond that time, unless I find somebody that I really am interested in their content, I really let them come back to me. I let them come back to me at that point, and I help them grow. I'm here as a positive, motivating, inspirational person who can help them, and not help them. I don't give advice or suggestions, but to inspire them to find their own answers. And then beyond that, I give them a chance to connect with people here that they otherwise would not meet.
So if I'm hearing you correct, let me say back what I think you're saying. Yes. Maybe if someone comments in my video, it says I watched such and such time in your video, I then probably should say, okay, well, I'll go watch at least 10 minutes of your video if it's long.
Yeah.
Putting them into my ballpark. If they want me to watch their video, they need to comment in my video saying they watched me. So then I will find their video and watch them for that one video.
Yes.
And even if that takes an hour, so what? So I hear what you're saying, because you're right. I can't do 13,000 13,000 views, but I can try real hard to watch anyone who has taken the effort to watch one of my 10-minute videos.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. And I do faithfully. Whoever connects on my channel, I do faithfully go to their channel. I play a video. And like I said, I keep the volume up enough that they get credit. Because if you mute the volume, then they don't get credit. And so you can't mute the volume. So I leave the volume up. Even if I'm on, like, say here, and I went over, I would have another tab open. I could be playing their video right now so that they're going to get credit for me, and they're going to keep me. Now, beyond that, if I really like their content, then yes, of course, there's a lot of.
I'm going to watch it because I enjoy it, right?
But there's a lot of channels that I connect with that I probably won't go back beyond that initial time. Now, Vino says, any thoughts about the lack of views to subscribe ratios? For me, I had a glitch, and they took a lot of people away from me. And as I said, I had 26K that I didn't, a total of 26K that I did not know. And they called them spam, and whatever spam meant to them. And there's many channels here in the market that, yeah, and a lot of them too, have bought their subscribers. They bought their subscribers, and they're bots or they're paid subscribers, or they're exchanging subscribers, and it's sort of sub for sub. And I don't want that, because then I'm not going to have real community. I'm going to have a bunch of bots, and I don't want that.
Right. No, I'll never buy a subscriber.
No, a lot of people are doing that. And I go on a couple channels, and I mean, these are huge channels, like 100,000, 120,000, 75,000. And I'm wondering, where are the real people? And then I go on like some live streams, and it'll say like 400 people are in the chat, and there's no dialogue going on. And I'm wondering, are these bots in there? What are they?
Right. See, I would rather have what you have, 6 people watching and engaging, than 500 people watching and not participating. So I'm with you there.
It depends on the night. Sometimes I get a lot. Sometimes I get one. It just, sometimes I'll get 30 or 40 in the chat, which to me is a lot, because I don't give notice. And sometimes I'll get, just a couple. And that doesn't really matter to me, because, I'm here for, each person, and, different nights are different. And, times when you get 1 or 2 people, you actually get to know those people really, really well. And of course, we all love it when we get a lot of people, but sometimes a lot of people can be too busy too.
No, I agree with you.
And like, I went to Norga's R's channel. She usually gets 5 or 6 people, sometimes 10 in her chat, but you feel so connected when you're there. You feel so embraced and connected, and I really like that.
Right.
So what got you into YouTube, and how long have you been here?
Well, somebody posted a stage presence that I did back in 2013, I think.
Yes.
And I didn't even know that. And I just recently decided, because I think right before the nasty thing that happened last year, got to be careful with the words. It was, I really wasn't interested in it, but because of what happened last year, I found myself just, staying home because you had to. And I just fell into the YouTube world, and I'm a very slow learner. It's terrible, but I started seeing YouTube and wanting to learn it in November of 2019, November of 2018. And just wanting to start learning. I had to learn that OBS. It took me forever to learn OBS, but I use OBS now for videos. And then it took me forever to learn StreamYards and all sorts of fun things. But I guess the ultimate question you're asking is what got me into it. Well, I'm a very passionate person. I don't like watching people hate on people.
Oh, I don't like that either. Not at all.
So I decided to fight back. Whether that it's like oil and water. It's like, why do it? Well, because I'm passionate about it. It's will people change? No, but I'm still going to fight back and share my own thoughts on people who are hating on people.
Yes.
And through that, I just found a community that I was interested in and learned so much, learned very quickly that you can't trust anyone, because I was almost an open book in the YouTube world when I first joined and started paying attention in 2019, January of 2019, when I first joined. I was all gung-ho. I joined a Discord channel, and it turned into a nightmare because I didn't know not to hold myself quiet. Like I shared my life, and you just can't do that. There's only a little bit that you should be sharing about the world of your personal life. And I didn't do that.
Absolutely. Like my kids and my husband, they're not on here with me. And people say, well, where are they at? Sometimes the people have seen them on a rare occasion, but not much of them, just kind of a glimpse. Because, you have to really keep your life private unless you want to be an open book. And then there's a cost with that. And I don't want that.
Right. That's very true. Again, I don't think that ever answered your question, other than I just was very passionate. And because I was passionate, I found where this YouTuber, I found where her community was, and I was curious and found out through that community that it can be a very dangerous place. So I now stay in my own lane, and I want to try to be positive, with the exception of one video a week. But the rest of the rest of the week, I want to, pump out positivity. And I, through the year of 2019, uh, because of what happened last year, I just, started really liking people and started really enjoying who or what they were about. So I guess I'm here for the long haul. And now, ever since finding your channel, um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I love you now. I think you're awesome. But I was
Yeah.
irritated at first. I was like, "What? I don't get this. This is terrible." But you know what? I opened up my mind,
Yeah.
and because I've opened up my mind, I've found a really good person here, and the community here, and Carla's here, and
Yeah.
that's another thing. Don't have a closed mind. Don't let people run you over, but give them a chance,
Right.
to show their sincere self.
There
And
was one lady I went to, and I just, she died. She was an older lady. She wasn't that much older than me, but she was kind of a grandma type. And she was actually, I don't want to say, because I'd never met her, I didn't know her, but she
right,
was my YouTube mentor. And she would come
right,
on, and she was just grandma. She didn't call herself grandma, but she came on, and she didn't have a beginning, she didn't have an ending. And when I first watched her, I thought, this woman is kind of annoying. But then I just became so addicted to her channel. And she had about 200,000 subscribers. And I just loved her. She made you feel warm. You went into her kitchen. She always in her kitchen, cooking
right,
something or whatever. It was a very simple talk. And she had this huge following. And when she got sick, they just flooded her channel. People loved her. They absolutely loved her. But it took a little while for me to adjust her. There's a few channels, like you're talking about, the negativity. There's one channel none of you probably even heard of her, but she just is awful. It's just horrible, so
right.
negative. And so I sometimes would go to watch it because it was like a train wreck.
Mhm.
Her life was a train wreck, and
Right.
she showed every detail, and people loved it. There was one there. I don't want to mention the name on here because I don't want to
Right.
promote
Of
anything.
course.
But and a lot of people, I think, have seen it. She was very thin, and she would dance, and it was awful. It was just
Mm.
awful. She would dance and dance and dance, and she'd smoke her cigarette while she was dancing. She had a huge following, and then something happened where now she comes on, but she wears a mask. And even though it says you can comment, there's no comments in there. She had every comment. People would go to her channel to read the comments because they were so bad. They were so bad.
Yeah.
People berated her to such a degree. It was horrible. I don't know how she could have dealt with it. But she had a huge following.
Right. And yeah, I think that's, people have their content, and if you like them, stick with them. If you don't, you don't. And obviously, if I find a channel that is accidentally promoted in here, and I find that they're not very nice, mm, and or quite the opposite, I'm not going to shout them out in a negative
Right,
way. I just won't be a part of
right,
it. Right.
right.
So,
Absolutely. And I have a lot of people normally on different nights that come in, and I don't know their channel. I shout them out. I welcome them, but until I get to know um until I get to know them, I don't endorse somebody I don't know. I will shout
right.
them out, but I will not endorse. I did a video called be careful who you endorse. And I'm very, very careful. If someone says, I get a lot of people, would you give me a recommendation? Would you endorse me? Unless I truly know them, I'm not going to recommend them or endorse them. I may shout them out and introduce them, but I'm not going to endorse. Don't endorse somebody that you do not know.
Right. And I was really careful about wanting to promote my channel in here, not because I think that I'm an evil person, but because I do have one negative thing a week.
Yeah.
Is something that I choose to do. But because of that choice, I've also decided I'm not going to purposely show what my channel is. If people want to try to find me, great. But because I want to keep your channel clean and like you said, don't promote if it's not 100% what you believe. I'm not going to promote myself. Now, I am a nice gentleman, as you can see on panel, right? But there are some things you just don't agree with people, right?
Right.
Exactly. So it comes with the territory. I won't be, it'll be very rare that I post my channel in here because I want the people that surround you to know that you're just trying to promote good people and not good people, but good content creators.
Well,
in a positive light. Anyway, go ahead.
And I think too, when you do your live stream, you get to determine who you have come up. You get to determine what they talk about. Like if someone wants to talk politics. Now I talk a lot of it. I used to talk a lot of it over on my social media page, but never on YouTube. I don't talk politics either way over here. So we don't talk politics on my stream. The other thing, because I grew up very religious with grandma, and so I don't let card readings come up. Now I welcome people. Everyone is welcome in my stream. Even trolls are welcome in my stream as long as they're polite, because maybe they'll be inspired to change their life. But I don't let card readings on my channel. Some people have come up and started, and then now I just simply say, if I know that's going to go on, I just simply say, we don't do that on my channel. And not to put them down, because it's very sensitive. You got to be so careful.
Right. I mean, I could pull my Bible out right here because I have it on my desk, and I say, listen, I'm a Bible reader, but you don't need that from me, because you want to have everyone welcome, because there is atheists in here, maybe there is Muslims in here, there's all kinds of walks of faith in here. What you are promoting is kindness, love, and generosity. Has nothing to do with religion whatsoever.
Nothing to do with it. And I don't talk religion in here. I don't talk, now
politics.
I don't talk politics. And the reason I don't is because we have such a diverse group with so many different opinions. So I keep it very, very much about finding your own way, finding your own inspiration. And I don't give advice. I never, people say, well,
and you always say that you never tell us in a way that makes us think that you're giving advice or professional opinion. You're not doing that. It's just your experiences.
Yeah, my experience is how I look at that issue, because I don't want people to base their decisions off of what worked for me, because what worked for me may not work for you. And who am I to say that everything that I believe is absolutely 100%? I believe it is, but who am I to say? And it may not, even if it is 100% for me, it may not be 100% for you. We all have very different lives, very different inner workings, very different everything, circumstances. And so I always clear that in each video that I make. But I'm here always just to give people a safe place to come, to connect, to make friends. So back to your question, how could you help people? I would say, when you have so many people, especially people with content that you're not interested in, I would say just open your stream up to everyone. And as long as people are as long as they're kind in your stream and they're not rude to anybody, let them come in. Let them make friends. The moment someone is unkind or not nice, they're out.
Right. No, and I thank you for that. Thank you for your advice, because I was really struggling with. You were like, we all need to contribute with each other. Well, I can't contribute 10 minutes for 13,000 people for every video that they post. I just can't. So my contribution is my subscribe number, or me being subscribed to them, even if I never look at their channel. except with the exception that you said, if they purposely come into my live and say that they really watched my channel, I'm going to go ahead and give them 10 minutes, 15 minutes of their video, depending on how long it is. Now, most videos aren't more than 10 minutes, and that's perfect. Like you said, I'll just let it run for 10 minutes. But even that can get overwhelming. So I will clearly probably say each week I'm going to randomly pick 15 people that I will purposely watch your channel each week. Maybe, I mean, I'm just learning this now in my own head. I love this collaboration. Now I really think I am going to purposely watch 10 videos, and it'll be random. Maybe it'll be your video this week, So yeah, I'm learning. Thank you for your advice, because it helped me understand that no, I can't watch everyone's video, but I can choose 10 a week random if I want. And I think I'll do that. Now, back to your real quick. How do you, when somebody is a member, but you haven't activated it yet, do you get a monthly list of who is active in your membership? I'd be curious to know that when you activate your button, you get to know that list.
I think so, because you'd have to know the list in order to shout them out. So I'm pretty sure you do. This is what I've seen with some channels. There was one channel that was very big into their memberships, and then they just kind of quit coming on. They quit doing anything. They quit doing content. And you think, okay, what happens to all the members? I mean, what happens to that obligation? There was another channel that I was talking about, and they just quit coming on. I don't know if it had something to do with, I never said who their channel was. I never said anything about them, but I don't know if maybe they, when I expressed that I didn't think it was right that someone charges a lot of money for a join button, they actually quit. They haven't made any content or live streaming since. So I wonder what happens to those people. I don't know. For me, I'm very consistent of coming on, and I'm very giving, whether I have a join button or not, I'm here to help people, because, I'm very blessed, and I'm just here to help people, and I'm here to collaborate. I want to grow my channel just like everybody else, but I want to grow it in the right way. I want to have friends. I want to have a community. I want to enjoy the journey, because it's not a destination. Now, I had a friend here 1 week ago, last Sunday. He came on, I think it was Sunday or Saturday. He came on, and he has 4 million subscribers. He's a personal friend of mine, and he's also he's actually a mentor of mine here on YouTube.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he said, "Come on over to my stream. I'm going to shout you out." So I closed down my stream, and we all went over to his 4 million stream. And welcome, Helena. Welcome. And his name is Motivational Doc. And check his channel out. He's got amazing content. Motivational Doc. He's almost
DOC?
Huh?
Motivational Doc, DOC?
Yes, DOC. Go check it out, everybody. He's my personal friend and my mentor here on YouTube. And his content is incredible. He's a doctor, and so he doesn't really need to be on YouTube, but he has an extremely successful channel. And but his content is amazing. He puts out content almost every day, and it's very holistic. You will love his content. It's it's like mine is wisdom and life changing. His is life changing in a different way.
I have another idea that it just came to my mind, because I saw somebody else do this. When you end your live, do you have end credits yet? Or do you do a beginning credits?
I thought I did a beginning tonight, but I don't know if it came up. KHE, welcome, my friend. Wonderful to see you.
Because you can do it even in your videos, like your long intro that you have.
Yes.
Cut 30 seconds, like not even 30 seconds, cut 20 seconds off and place it with a scroll and set at the top. It'll say, "My members who have joined me, thank you," and then have it scrolling their name, that you purposely type in their name who has joined you.
Love that idea.
You'll have to keep up. You'll have to keep up on that, right? And probably change it every single time someone joins your channel. And then at the end of the subscription, if they haven't rejoined you, then you'll have to take their name off. So it's a little bit of work, but that's another way that you can help people know, hey, she really does really appreciate us as members because I see my name right there. She just it said, "Thank you very much for subscribing to me." And oh my gosh, there's my name. So people do love that. So that's another idea for you.
Yes, very much so. You know, one of the things that I try to make people feel warm and welcome, and you know, that they're valued. And KHE says, I got 65,000 views on one video. I'm so happy. That is amazing. What was the name of the video, KHE? That is amazing and wonderful, and congratulations. Congratulations. You know, it just takes one video. It just, you know, you never know, you know, you're on here and you never know what's going to happen. You know, you could overnight, you know, gain 20,000. It can happen. But it's a journey. It's not a destination. Just like my friend with the 4 million subscribers. It's a journey. I mean, you know, what happens when you get 10,000, you want 20,000. When you get 20,000, you want 100,000. When you get 100,000, you want 1 million.
You always want to grow, right?
You want to grow. So just enjoy the journey instead. And that's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying the journey. I come on live, whether I have one person show up or I have 100 people show up. It doesn't matter. I'm just here to enjoy it.
Now, is your channel in a position where it earns money with the views now?
Yes.
Awesome. See, I'm so excited. I want to get there too, but I'll get there. That's awesome. That way, every time a video does really well, you get a small cut. I love that.
I get a little paycheck every month.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
I do. I get a little paycheck every month, or even more than that. But I do. And it's really. Yeah, see, my getting high, 50 to 100 subscribers every day. That is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. See, I get about 100 new subscribers a day, but I only end up keeping about 20. So, you know, and like I said, and it has nothing, you know, they say it has to do with how long they watch a video, but I have friends that I'm connected to that every day I have to go back and reconnect to them. I'm unsubscribed and I go on their panels. So it doesn't, I don't know.
I wish YouTube wouldn't do that to you. That's sad.
Yeah. So I just don't even worry about it anymore. I just, but I think we lose a lot of people if they haven't come for a while or whatever. And notifications sometimes don't go out. But, you know, it's just a journey and I don't sweat it. I'm just having fun. I'm just enjoying it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. Don't sweat the small stuff. Enjoy the journey. Right? Don't worry about what we're going to get for $1.99. Tell us what we're going to get. And if we expect more, it's our fault. Who cares?
Right.
Tell us what we're going to get, and that's it, right? And then overdo it, like you said. And you've got some great ideas. You know, I personally love the end scroll. Maybe do that on your videos, maybe not on a live, but on your videos, have a scroll at the very end that says, thank you very much, members, and have a scroll system that shows every person's name when they start to subscribe to you. And right now, you can probably fit 50 people on one screen, but as you grow, you're going to have, and I don't know if you have a good editing system, but you're going to have it where it'll scroll up the names from beginning to end, like a movie.
Yes. See, I'm learning all that. I'm not a technical expert, and and my kids are too busy really to help mom, and and so so I have to kind of figure it out myself. And, I'm taking this math class, this higher level math class, and I've already
Awesome.
passed it. So I'm good on it. But I can tell you, it was such a hard, hard class. And I'm
I
not
know.
good at math. And it
I
wasn't
hate
like
that.
adding, subtracting. This was polynomial division fractions. And it was slopes and graphs and formulas. And oh my gosh, I was dizzy, but I passed it. You just got to
That's
keep.
probably worse than calculus, and I can't handle calculus. No way.
Oh my gosh, it was horrible, horrible,
I
horrible,
bet.
horrible, horrible, horrible. And welcome, Renee. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, now this is interesting. I find that Saturday nights is the quietest night on YouTube. And you
I
would
know.
think it would be the busiest night, but it's the quietest night. Friday nights are quiet too. Friday and Saturdays are quiet. Mondays and Tuesdays seem to be the best day.
That's awesome.
I like
Yeah.
to do live stream on Monday nights because, I get all the crazies in here.
Yeah, right. That's awesome.
Yeah. So what's your plan with your channel? What is your 1 year goal? Your 1 year goal.
I want what's happening to us to be over with.
Yes.
I want science to catch up to make sure that everything that they're attempting to do is actually safe. Therefore, people will do something instead of nothing. Therefore, I can freely leave my home and actually start to live my life. I want to go on nature walk. Well, I'm in a wheelchair, so nature roll. I just want to be out in nature.
What state do you live in?
Colorado.
Okay. Okay, it's
So I
cold.
want to be able to get out there and enjoy. Yeah, right now it's like really cold, but not terribly cold now. It's starting to warm up a little bit now that we're in the month of whatever month we're in, March. But I want to start enjoying life, and I want to vlog myself doing it. I want to get used to being uncomfortable. And what I mean by that is I'm not used to broadcasting myself enjoying life at the gym or the nature walk, but I want to enjoy that so that way it'll get ingrained in me and say, you know what, somebody out there will love what they're going to see. So why not share my enjoyment? So that's what I'm going to do, right? Not saying this for you, Diana, but maybe maybe someday you'll take your little stream and show us that you're ellipticaling.
Right, right. Oh, I've got, what I used to do.
That
And
would
then
be fun.
I used to, I dance every day. This is something most people don't know that over here, they know it over on Facebook. So I dance, I turned the rock and roll music on. I put the stiletto high heels on, the whole bit. And so I dance and for about 45 minutes a day. So what I was doing is I would post videos every day, to songs, and I'd be dancing, rock and rolling, and I'm a really good dancer, and kind of like aerobics, and
Yeah.
then they started to copyright me, give me the copyright.
So now we can't. Nope.
Everything had to be taken down. Everything, for some reason, they changed the computers or whatever, and it picked it up, and I couldn't do it anymore. So I did all that. And that was a lot of fun because it had music in it, and I was dancing, and I was showing that you could be over 60 and, be fit and fabulous and all of that. So now next week I'll be at the beach. And so when I'm at the beach, I plan on walking and all of that, but I don't know how to use my iPhone with YouTube. So I'm going to try to do that.
Yeah, do that because you can your amazing 10-minute videos that you give us of your opinion, of your own personal thoughts. How beautiful would that be doing that while us watching you, not in a green screen, but actually at the beach?
Right.
That's going to be brilliant, Diana.
I plan on doing that next week. Now I'm going to be at the beach, and our house is right on the beach, and so I'm going to walk. I go out there at night because it's very safe. I go out there, and they have like these swings you can swing on at the beach. Old people swings,
right.
And I I'm going to sit out there, even if it's nighttime and the sun sets, and I'm going to walk the beach, but I'm going to try to do it with my phone. And so I'm going to do a test run with the phone beforehand and how to do it, because I've never done it with the phone before.
Has your personal mentor that has 4 million, do you think he would have time to help you with that, or?
I could probably ask him.
Yeah.
I don't think he does a lot on his phone. I think mostly he does his stuff. His stuff is more, when I say staged, I mean, it's like he does, if you look at his channel, it's very technical based. He's
Right.
talking, yeah, it's more like in an office type of setting, and the cameras, he does an extremely professional, it's extremely, professional job. Most of what he does is not live, but he does do some live. And he did live last week, which was surprising. And he came on my stream to ask me to come on over to his stream so he could shout me out.
Carla might even know how to do it. I don't know if she has an iPhone, but nowadays everybody has an iPhone. I don't believe in Apple products, but the majority of the world does love Apple products, which is the iPhone. So I think
I'm going to try to
give you some tips.
And then I'm going to take my 2 computers down. I'm going to take this computer, actually, since it's a flat screen, I'm going to take my laptop and I'm going to sit out on our deck, which overlooks the lighthouse. And I'm going to, sit there at night, and, probably do my live stream with the lighthouse in the background.
Right. I think that's, wow. Yeah. I'll be excited. I'll be there. I will. I mean, that's awesome.
Well, and I, a lot, like my friend, the 4 million subscriber, he said, you really need, he told me to do dancing videos again. So I tried to get that non-copyrighted music, but I didn't like any of it, because he said, if you do the dancing videos like you used to, because he knew my dancing videos, he said, your channel will blow up, meaning, I shouldn't say that word on here, but he means that my channel will take off. And really take off. And I said, so I tried to do that, but I couldn't do it because I didn't want to use the music. I don't like that music, that they give me the freebie music.
It's sad. I mean, I pay $15 a month to be able to play music for my channel, but it's crap music anyway.
Right. It's not music that I want. It's not like the music that I would dance to,
Right,
and
because not a lot of music out there is allowed.
Yeah.
Unless you buy the rights to it, I've never tried it, but I bet it could cost thousands of dollars to buy a right for one song to play it. I mean, I don't know. I've never done it, but.
So I don't play any music. One day I was going down the road and I was in my convertible and I had the music going and I put the video up and I got a copyright strike. But it was on the radio. The music was on the radio. Right.
No, but YouTube will not allow any music that's not allowed, and it's sad. But I mean, I can understand that it pisses off some artists out there in the world. But then I would say, you know what? It's 2021. Let's catch up. Find a way for you to earn what we're doing to be able to listen to your awesome music instead of whining that we're playing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so 1 year from now, you see yourself, do you see yourself, you're not monetized yet?
No, I'm at 600. I'm at 600 subscribers. I learned from you actually that I can use my other account that has my other YouTube account that has an actual different YouTube email. I can use that backup channel to watch this channel to astronomically get my hours up. And I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to purposely watch 8 hours or have my computer watch 8 hours of my stuff each night.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Once I figure out how to do the autoplay, because I haven't figured out how to make it want to see my channel again over and over and over. Have you? Do you know how to do that?
Not really.
Okay, I don't either, but I'm going to learn that. So when I learn that, and when I know my second channel is actually listening to my first channel over and over and over again, I'll be set. Yes. But as of right now, I can set it to watch me once and then it will try to find another channel. And I'm like, no, I don't want that. I'm fine giving them credit, but I'm not going to waste my electricity.
This is what I suggest you. I think within 3 months, if you know, if we all collaborate together, because Carla's collaborating, I'm collaborating. I'm trying to build this. You know, I have to get more focused on it, but I'm trying to build a really great collaboration. Like I had Alex Langfield on here. Was it yesterday? And I'm building with a lot of different channels, and I think you'll be monetized within 4 months, 3 to 4 months.
I'm hoping so, because I'm so close. I mean, the watchtowers is long.
You're going to have to get really busy. You're going to have to get really, really busy. And
I need to do post every single day, which I have not done.
Yeah, you have to. One of the things is, I mean, if you go to my channel here, I've got 3,618 videos up, 3,618, most of which has been done in the last year. And 30, that's a lot of content. Now, I think one of the things that worked against me was I put too much content out every day. So that's why I'm back to 1 or 2 videos a day, along with live streaming. The live streaming will get your watch hours. So you need to do the live streaming for your watch hours. But for your subscribers, you need to go on the panels. You have to. That's how I got my subscribers. I went on everyone's panels. I went on panels that didn't speak English.
Yeah.
I went everywhere. I went everywhere.
Well, I've been on your panels for this. I've been on Pinoy Ahoy's channel. I love him. And that's all he does. He doesn't care about doing anything other than helping us all. So he always has 20, 30 people in his chats.
He's got a wonderful heart, a wonderful spirit. You know, you can feel people's spirit through YouTube. You can feel what kind of person they are. He has an amazing kindness about him, and he's genuinely here to help you, very much like I do. I'm here, you know, if I was never monetized, if I was never, you know, never with the join, because the join button I'm still very uncomfortable with, because I don't want to charge people out, you know, and but you know, like I went to one channel, I'm not gonna mention the name. They're doing very, very making big numbers on their subscriber list. But you go in there, they charge you a lot to join. And most people don't keep their subscribers that they make there. They lose them by the next day. And this person demands, I mean, they're very demanding. They're very demanding. It's not, you don't feel valued. You don't, you don't feel valued.
Well, and their perks aren't worth $50 sometimes, right? So that totally makes sense.
You don't feel valued. I mean, because all the channels, I know some of the channels that go in there, they're not growing. They're paying, but they're not growing. So, you know, people come here, and even with my little crowd here tonight, which is wonderful. I value everyone in here. I love the intimacy. Some nights I get a lot of people in. You will grow here. If you keep coming back, especially if you come up on panel, you're going to grow. And as I grow, you'll grow, because I have people, new people that come and go. I have old people that come and go, you know, regulars that come back, usually not so much on Fridays and Saturdays, but during the week. And you never know who you're going to get. And so you will grow. And I think within 4 months, you should be monetized if you can get your watch time in, which is going to have to be done through live streaming. You won't be able to get it done through videos.
Well, I'll go ahead and post my link. I just won't talk about it much because, again, there's one video a week that I'm passionate about, but goes against what your heart's about. So I get it. You know what I mean? But I'll post it. I mean, it's up to everybody else to do whatever they want.
Mr. Positive, you have to. This is the thing. You're going to have to go on panels. That's how I did it. That was how I did it. As soon as I came on a year ago with 200 subscribers, 200 1 year ago.
Right.
And I'm at 13. I'm almost at 13.6. I'm 13.5 right now, but almost at 13.6. And I went up on panels and panels and panels, and just constantly, and from one stream to the other. Welcome, Jim Bob. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here, my friend. Let me give you a blue wrench. And so you're going to have to go up on panels. You really,
Right.
really will have to go up on panels
And I
if you
don't have
want
a
to
problem
grow.
with that. They have to get used to me to want to go up on panels. But yeah, I get it.
Right. And you know, this is the thing. I've gone up on every kind of panel, but I pretty much now only go up on old lady channels.
Right. Right.
Yeah, for the most part, old lady, old grandma channels, because I've been on a few panels that I did not feel safe in the sense of one channel, they fought viciously with each other. I mean, it was horrible, horrible, horrible.
Right.
And I got off of there immediately. They didn't fight with me, but I knew it was going to come, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want that. And I knew the host would not protect me. I knew that they would not protect me.
Yep. You were like, I'm done. I'm out. Bye, guys.
Yeah, so I just
Yep. I
left.
get it.
Right? Because
Mm-hmm.
anybody that comes in here, I protect them. You know, if someone's rude to them, the person that's being rude is out of here.
Right. I think that's, yeah, I
I'll
agree
come
with
to
you
grandma
100%.
channel. What would grandma do?
Right. Exactly. I love that. What would grandma do? That's
But
a
let
good
me also
statement.
tell you part of what I think will grow, and I'm trying to tap into my authenticity more, is the more authentic you are, the little wackier you are, the better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, really, the little when you are different, you've got to be different.
Mm-hmm.
If you're different, people will come to you just because you're different. They're like, you know, you annoy me, but I want to watch you because you're so annoying. I want to watch you.
Yeah. Well, I used to, but not with you anymore. I love who you are
Right.
now, but no, but you got to be, I look at it like be who you would have been when you were 5.
Yeah.
Just be goofy,
Be a
have
little
fun.
annoying. Yeah, be
Yeah.
a little annoying or be
Yeah.
a little crazy or a little wild. You've got to have an edge. You've got to have an edge here. And so, you know, you kind of come on here a little bit crazy, you know, and I talk about grandma and what grandma did and how she chased the guy out of town and how she chased the floozy out of town, you know, and I talk about all those grandma stories and I get it going, you know, and you know, and people go, this woman is crazy. She's absolutely crazy. And then I pull them in with the wisdom. Then I go,
Yeah.
by the way, I want to talk about how to live your best life. They thought, well, wait a
Yeah.
minute, I thought this was a crazy channel. Now she's talking about how to live your best life. So
I love it.
you have to kind of work it. Welcome, Otono, welcome. And so you got to work it from about a lot of angles, you know, and that's what I do. I kind of work it. I work it from the crazy angle, and I work it
Mm-hmm.
from the you know, what I'm really here for is inspiration, motivation. Welcome, Mark Core, welcome.
You're right. I'm with you there.
But I suggest take the next 4 months if you have the time. You know, because I mean, your time schedule may be different than mine, but if you have the time and the desire, I would go up on and this is the thing, Carla knows, I invite myself on panels.
There you
But
go.
most of the time I get invited. Okay, people say, and usually I'm not ready. I'm cooking dinner and stuff like that, but I
Right.
go up anyhow. And, you know, and then I try to walk into the panel larger than life, not to overwhelm anybody else because I'm a good listener and I want to listen. And I want everyone to feel equal and feel special. But I do
Right.
make sure that I'm a little bit larger than life when I go on so that people will say, gosh, you know, like you said, she's really out there. I want to connect with her, you know, and then I bring it back down. And then,
Right.
you know, then they find, oh, her channel is really different than I thought.
Well, thank you for that advice. I will take it. Absolutely. It's out of my comfort zone, but what is life without being a little out of your comfort zone? So I
I mean, like
definitely agree.
you talk about talking about one negative subject a week. Well, maybe that one negative subject will pull in a crowd for those other 6 days of the week, like me. You know, when I get on here and I'm crazy a little bit with grandma's wisdom and, you know, just kind of moving around
Mhm.
and, you know, doing my whole thing, you know, twisting and
Yeah.
turning like grandma would, you know, and I give a grandma story, you know, that pulled those people in. But then when they came back the next time, there I was talking about a very serious topic, you know,
Mhm.
and very different, very different. And so
Right.
you have to have that edge to pull people in.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'll take that to heart because I'm with you. I mean, I've learned that in my business that I have at home. I'm an entrepreneur. Um, and I'm getting taught all over the place, if you want to grow, you have to get out of your comfort zone and tell people about your business. Otherwise, they're not going to know what you do. And therefore, you're
Yeah.
still penniless. Start telling people what you do and get them involved. Tell them why you think they need to be a part of your business, or why that you think that they need to buy your products. And that was so foreign to me, but they're right. As soon as you open your mouth, and somebody will listen if you are sincere. So that's exactly
People don't buy
that pulls in the same way of YouTube.
People buy a feeling, they buy a
Yeah,
product because of the way it makes them feel. And
exactly.
so, like my cups, the cups that I put out, it's grandma's porch. How do you
Hmm.
feel on grandma's porch? You're sitting on grandma's porch right now. You feel just, down home,
Hmm.
you're on
I'm
grandma's porch.
comfortable as that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you want to, and I love my background now that you said, it really makes people feel like they're sitting on grandma's porch,
Yeah,
and
because
because,
my back, what's
yeah,
behind me,
yeah,
virtually is your couch. So I get
yeah,
it. Yeah, it's kind of
yeah.
fun.
And even though it's night right now, you see all the trees during the day, And
Yeah.
now Vino said, Diana, I loved your Newport Beach story. Was hilarious. Yes, when did I tell that story? Last night or the night before? Did you hear that, Mr. Positive, my Newport Beach story with the drag
I
queen?
don't know if I would stay in long enough to hear it. I think the last time, or I think yesterday was my first full time that I stayed
Yes.
in your chat the whole time. I plan on
And
doing it a lot more now, but
well, you got to
it wasn't.
remember, most people pop into it, and I'm this way. You pop into a chat for a couple minutes and you leave because you don't have time. People can't stay on a chat for 3 hours.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. I can't do it. I pop, and my life is extraordinarily busy behind the scenes, and I cannot be on someone else's chat for more than a couple minutes. I pop in, I share them out. This is the other big thing. You don't have a community chat yet, but I can tell you, I did. I came because I had my channel 11 years, even though it wasn't public, and so had a community tab. I shared everybody out. Everybody, I shared them out, and when I shared them out, yes, Alea Den, welcome, my friend, and I gave you a blue wrench. Absolutely, my friend, welcome. And how did you find my channel, Elia? How did you find my channel? I'm always interested. Sometimes I'm in someone's stream because I go on a lot of panels. So I suggest get on every panel, whether it's Panoya Hoy's, Carla's, even some, if you don't mind dealing with some of the edgy issues, if you're comfortable. Welcome, Julie. Welcome. Thank you. Julie says, hello, Diana. I have been listening. I just started with my channel. I now have 110. That is with my first video. My son and I had the discussions. Let me finish reading. I can't. Okay. About content and direction. Julie, just keep pushing out the content. Be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. You see, this is the thing. I come on here and I'm authentically me. Okay. I don't
Right.
copy anybody else unless it's grandma. Maybe I'll copy grandma a little bit. But other
Mm-hmm.
than grandma, I don't copy anybody. And I'm me. You've got to find who you are and then bring it to light. Okay, that's what you got to do. You can't be somebody else. You got to be you. Make your content, make your videos. Start off with your little short videos and then move into the live streams once you have enough people. Then do the live streams and you will make it. You will make it. And
Yeah, my friend Carla, she did videos for a full year before she started
me
before
too. Me
people
too.
started coming on. So keep trucking, stay consistent, Julie, is my advice.
Thank you, Aaliyah Jen. Thank you. She said she saw me in YouTube, somewhere in YouTube. Yeah, you never know how they push you out. I have
Right.
no idea how they push me out. I have no um, how they determine who gets to see what. I really have no clue. I'm a grandma channel, so I know YouTube promotes me as an old lady channel, and so that's kind of where I go, I guess, but you
Mm-hmm.
got to be authentically you. So first of all, if you're willing to go into a panel that discusses stuff that's edgy and you can handle it, then go. I'm not comfortable. That's not what I'm about. Because you know what? I went on one panel one night and it was extremely volatile panel. And you know what I did? I started talking about how grandma made homemade butter pizza. Well, they got so annoyed with me, but I was talking about pizza, so people in the stream were starting to ask how to make that pizza, and that was,
I love that. That's awesome.
I did. But I wasn't comfortable there. So you got to go where you're comfortable, but get up on those live chats and live streams. Go on the panels. Every panel you can go to, get on there. And if they don't ask you, then thank you, Ailey. Thank
Invite
you.
yourself up. See if they'll take it.
I invite myself, like Carla the other day. What was it, last week, Carla? I said, Carla, can I come up? She said, yes. I said, I'm going to come up. And I've been on her panel before, but I just invite myself up. The one thing is that I normally don't invite myself up if there's a lot of people. I invite myself up if there's 1 or 2 or 3 people, but I don't invite myself up with a lot of people because then you get lost.
Right.
So, but go on the live streams. I recommend that. I recommend that you continue to make your content. You need content and live streams for your watch hours. Go on everyone's panels. And I think that you could, by the time you got to 1,000, you could have your watch hours and your subscribers, and you could do it in 4 months. Remember, I did 13K in 1 year, less than a year. Right.
So if you can do it, anyone can do it, right? I love that.
Absolutely. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I told a lot of grandma stories. Like Vino said, the Newport Beach. I have so many stories. So I got on here and I just told stories from my life, and some of them were, the angel down the dark alley that saved me. I talked about, the drag queens in Newport Beach. I talked about, you name it. I talked about old boyfriends.
Right.
Talked about when I went to the Playboy Mansion. I got invited by
oh my gosh.
the man himself. Oh yeah, the man himself invited me to the.
Wow, girl, living the life.
Yeah, I've had a life. Welcome, Lisa. Lisa, welcome. Oh yeah, I was like 22. Of course, I'm 63 now.
Right. Still.
Yeah, but I had this
is the man still alive? He'll take you still. No,
oh my God, I think he's done past. But let me tell you that story. I told a lot of stories. So I was about 22 years old. I had a boyfriend. He was a young doctor. He was 3 years older than me. So he was 25. I was 22. He had like an old Porsche, and it had a stick shift. And so anyhow, I used to drive it around the LA area, the Beverly Hills area. We lived on the border there because he worked at a big hospital there, and so did I. But anyhow, I met, so I ended up getting invited. So there I had, my car was a little $450 blue 1972 Mazda. And it had been red, but I had it painted blue. So the red came through the blue. And it didn't have air conditioning, the radio was broken. And here I get invited to the mansion, and my boyfriend's car I couldn't use that night. So I go to the mansion. I'm driving. It was over in Westwood. I'm driving up this hill, and you have to talk into this rock with a camera. Back then, this is back before, that was very high tech. And I ended up, as I had to lean out of the car, and as I was leaning out of the car started rolling back down the hill.
Oh, no.
So I get up, they open the gates. I get up there. This big party is going on. They were so polite and so kind. They took my little junky car and parked it between a Lamborghini and a Rolls Royce.
Did you take a picture of that? That would have been sweet.
I didn't take a picture. I mean, I was so honored. I had a $450 little blue banged up car, and I ended up getting parked between this Rolls Royce and everything. And I sat next to movie stars. I'm sitting there, and it was unreal. It was, my life was unreal. I lived that whole LA life at that point, 22 years old. And I told all those stories about Mr. Big, which I don't mention his real name, and how he introduced me to all these famous movie stars and got me different, all kinds of stuff. So I've come on here and told all these stories, and you just kind of start telling your life, or you tell things that's happened to you, and you just you got to do that. And remember, you may some nights come on here live and get one person, and that's okay. Or you may get 100 people. You don't know what you're going to get. You just come on.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. That's awesome.
Yeah, you got to come on. You got to do your lives. You got to go on panels. The best thing for you is to go on panels, to go on just the exposure. You know, like Carla said, she grew a lot of friends over here when she comes up on the panels. And because once they see you, then they connect with you. They see a person.
Right. I think that's awesome. And I'm honored to be up here, and I'm glad to be talking to a really good lady and enjoying life. That's awesome.
Life is good. Life is good. And, you know, I come on here and honestly, you know, about a year ago when I first started my channel, I probably got up close to 1,000 at that point. And this lady came on and she was so nasty. She was like a troll. She said, "You're only here because you're monetized and making all this money." I wasn't monetized. I wasn't making any money. I was there to inspire people. I was there because what I did when I started my channel, it was for my kids. So they would have a running dialogue, a mommy sister. And so I just,
because you were sick back then, weren't you?
I had run into a wooden hanger of all things. I mean, a death by a wooden hanger. I ran into a wooden hanger. My husband had a suit jacket, and it was on one of those big wooden hangers, and it had gotten wedged in a door, and it was a mother-in-law suite at another house. And I was rushing through the mother-in-law suite because one of my kids wanted me, and I was rushing through. The room was dark, and it whacked me directly in the eye, knocked me to the floor. And it's a wonder I still have 20/25 vision, and except for reading. And so I didn't get symptomatic right away. I knew something really bad had happened, but I got symptomatic a few months later. And it was a horrible time. And I was raising my 3 small children. My husband was traveling. He was gone for his career. And I was trying to be a mom, homeschool. And I remember I had an expedition, and I remember pulling the expedition down to the end of the driveway. And I had to drive it all the way back up because I knew that I couldn't drive. I didn't feel stable driving. I would walk. At that point, I put the kids back in school, and I would walk the kids at 6:30 in the morning to go meet the bus. And I would pray all the way back that I would make it back home. And so that was when I began my YouTube career of making YouTube videos. And one of my first videos was, I don't know if I'm going to make it. So I want to I don't know if I'm going to make it, so I want to do these videos so that my kids can easily access them in the future. And so every day I would go on and I would talk a different wisdom topic for my kids so they could get through life if I wasn't there for them. And so that was how this all started. And then what happened was, thank you, Marcora. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. So so then last year, so many people kept saying, you need to go public. You need to go public in the sense of where I'm actually doing my videos for the public. And so I did. And I grew really more than 13K. But like I said, they took all those people away. So I'm at almost 13.6.
Nice.
And so I come on here every day and I never know what I'm going to talk about, but it all comes from my spirit because that's my gift. And so I wake up in the morning and, you know, I'm like, all of a sudden I have this topic that I didn't even know about. And I come on and I put the camera up in the kitchen and I talk about it.
That's awesome.
And so you got to find your authenticity when you're growing your channel. So what is your authenticity? What is yours? Have you found it yet? Your YouTube authenticity.
My YouTube, just wanting to be, I'm disabled and I want to live life maybe showing different things, the struggle of.
I'm a 63-year-old woman who's showing you can have a fabulous life. So you can be, you know, and don't even call yourself disabled. You can just say this is your situation.
But I have a view that I don't color code it. I am who I am. So says Sam I am. So I am disabled, and I'm okay with saying that.
Yes,
I don't candy code it or anything like that. So, but I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate your words when you said what you said. But no, I'm totally handicapped, and I'm okay with it. I'm not a fan of someone. I'm not a fan of someone saying, "Well, you should call yourself handy-capable." That to me is silly. I would never do that. I'm disabled, and that's that.
And so, see, with you, just like my channel is not for everybody. It's not for gamers unless they want to be inspired. They're welcome here, but my channel is not for everyone. So you have to find your niche, and so you need to figure out what your YouTube niche is. It niche or niche or whatever it is?
Niche.
Niche. You need to find your YouTube niche so that you will go with that and you will attract a particular audience. Okay.
Right.
And that's so important that you attract you know what audience you're going to attract. I attract old women and crazy people.
Right. No, I get you. That's cool.
Old women and crazy people. That's who I attract on my channel. And then some nice ones in between. There's some, like, I have some, I shouldn't say all crazy people, because I have some amazing people. I actually have some amazing people here on my channel. I really, really do. Welcome, Lisa. I didn't see you there. I'm going to give you a blue wrench. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, my friend. I didn't give you a blue wrench. I got talking too much. Oh, I did give you a blue wrench. I did. I did.
I think she just didn't say hello beyond that.
So I think you've got to just be yourself, be authentically you, find your niche, and know what you're supposed to be doing. Like Julie says, cool, I'm old and crazy. The crazier, the better on YouTube. But I'm good crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
good. I'm grandma crazy. You know, I mean, like, I get on here and, you know, if you go back to some of the videos where grandma's chasing the thief out of town because he came in her kitchen and she got, I'm not going to say what she did, but he ran so fast, and never came back to that town. And then the floozy, she packed her bags and she was out of town too. So grandma, she was a little bit crazy. And I had crazy relatives. Oh my gosh, I had all the crazy relatives. You know, I don't think a family had more crazy relatives than I had. And
Right.
I had one cousin. She used to bleach her hair. She was too poor to buy, you know, like regular hair color. So she would take Clorox bleach and bleach her hair. And then she would wear white go-go boots and a mini skirt. And she would show up at your door, you know. And I always say I'm the crazy aunt that shows up your door to motivate and inspire you.
I love that. Well, I'm excited for your videos next week, or your live streams. When you go
It'll be later in the week. I think I'm going down Tuesday or Wednesday.
Or the week after, whenever you start to do it in your new location. I'm so excited to be there.
Yep. And I'm going to be going back and forth because I have so much obligation here that I have to come back home and, you know, tend to stuff up here as well. And I love where I live here. I mean, you know, someone once came to my house and they said it looks like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, because if you see the front of my house, it all looks like Goldilocks. And they said I would never leave here. I would never leave, you know, your house.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so, you know, it's, you know, I stay home. I love my home. So,
right. Grandma, I mean, you've lived a good life, right? And you're still living a good life.
Yeah, I grew up poor. You know, we were poor. We had
you worked hard for where you're at.
You know, I always tell the story about one of the stories, my many stories, was we had this old car. It was an old rusted out car. My mom paid $75 for it. And at one point it would only drive in reverse. Well, my brother and we used to go get the poor people boxes way before food stamps. And they were called commodity boxes. And you had to go to the courthouse steps and they would have flour and eggs and milk and all that. So I was 6 years old and my brother was 16 years old and he had his driver's license. So he would make me sit in the back seat looking for the police and we would have to go in reverse all the way to the courthouse steps and drive all the way back in reverse, you know. So, you know, I remember being poor and I lived next to the rich little boy and, you know, because they could buy a new car every year and we were the poor people. And then we lived next to the dirty necks. So we had the rich people on one side and the dirty necks on the other, and the dirty necks garbage would blow in our yard, you know. And but the rich little boy, his name was Kirby, and he played with Barbie dolls, and he had every Barbie dream house and Barbie mobile and all of that. So we became boyfriend and girlfriend, and we would walk to school together. But all the bullies would pick on him, so I would defend him. I would protect him.
That's awesome. I love that. That's a fun story.
Yeah. So get on there and tell your stories, you know, the ones you want to tell, and tell your stories. Let people be endeared to you. Let people love you. You know, let people connect with you. Be real. And I think the more real you are, the better.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And you will grow, grow, grow. And you know what? You keep coming back here, and we're all working together. We're all giving each other information. We're giving each other ideas. We're
Right.
pulling our information together. And this way, you will grow your channel, and you will. I believe within 4 months you will be at 1,000. So let's get you working as much as you can
You
towards that
bet.
1,000 goal. And
You
I'll
bet.
do all I can to help you and shout you out and do all that. And you keep giving me great ideas.
And I will also, I'll tell you this now, because not because I need to or for any special thing, but I'm going to also start in my about section. I'm going to put links to people that I enjoy going to. So your
Yeah,
link will be in my about section on every video that I do, because you can set it up
wonderful.
where it's automatic. So you don't have to purposely put it in every time. It'll just be there for every video that you upload. So I'll be starting to do that. That's my way of being able to share you, because I don't have a YouTube, Facebook, or anything like that, and I don't want YouTube involved in my real life. But I can definitely put you in the subscribe or in the your link in this
Oh, absolutely.
in the
Absolutely.
about section.
Yeah,
So
I love that. And I'm always, shouting people out. And Julie says, I grew up on a dairy farm and with a large garden and lots of chores. We did not know we were poor growing up. First summer job was deselling corn. I made more that summer than Dad did all year. Yeah. Yeah,
wow.
yeah. But make your channel a place that
Right.
people can come and sit on grandma's porch. Like here, they come and sit on grandma's porch, and virtually they feel like they're on grandma's porch. And that's why you always see me pan the camera back out to grandma's porch, so that they know that, they feel that they're sitting on grandma's porch. But make
Right.
people, get the same people that come back time and time again. And I
Right.
will help you build your channel. You keep giving me your information. We're information exchangers. And I have different people that come on. I have the same people that come on. I have new people that come on, and you never know what you're going to get each time.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
all
I'm
different.
excited for you to, get past the fear factor. Actually learn about setting your prices for your join button. I'm excited for you to be able to do that
Thank
whenever
you.
you decide to do it. So
I just have to
I
push
really,
the button. Maybe tonight, Grandma will sit behind the computer in the kitchen and try to figure that thing out. I'm
yeah,
looking at it
figure it
like,
out.
you got to
Set the
do a
price to 99. Set the not 99. I would say $1.99.
$1
That would be
night.
my advice. Yeah, I'd figure it out to make sure it says $1.99 and see what happens. If
Yeah.
people join you, great, and take some of the advice that you've heard about maybe having a scroll at the end of your video. Take 30 seconds out of your entry video and put the scroll there instead, or shout it out like you normally do all the time.
Yeah, I will most certainly. If I can do nothing else, I will shout them out. I think that's definitely worth $1.99 to get
Amen.
get yourself shouted out. I shout everybody out, whether they,
Anyway, right,
anyway, but I'll give them an extra shout out, because I'll talk
right.
about the channel. And,
Yeah, don't feel guilty about it. Actually do it and know that it's worth it.
yep. And well, of course, yeah, I do know that because my channel is big and I do get a large flux of people. And sometimes I don't get very many on the stream, and other times I get a lot on the stream. But if whether they're here or not, I'm going to shout them out. And
Yeah,
so, I'll just do it the grandma way,
yeah, I love
and
that.
and remember, we're going to continue to grow. So I'm at 13K right now. You're at 600 and some. But remember, that's not what a year from now is going to look like. And
Well,
so
I appreciate it.
you got to prepare for that. And and all it takes is one right person to lift you up, or a lot of right people to lift you up, and all it takes is one video to get you there. And
Right.
but then you have I always say, if I have one of those videos that go viral, I have 3,600 behind it that they can watch.
Right. I love that.
I have more than one
Well,
video.
listen, sweetheart.
Thank you.
I have a video that I have to prepare for for
Thank
my
you, Mr. Positive. And
premiere
I
tomorrow.
will here shortly too. So my daughter's here, and we're going to sit down and have a late bite to eat. But thank you
Okay.
so much. You are always welcome. We're going to all help each other. We're going to help everybody in the stream. And I'm probably going to sit up late tonight working on that button, that join
I
button.
love it. I love it. Well, have a good
Thank
one.
you.
I'll see myself out, and you can say bye to your audience.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Positive.
You bet.
And that was Mr. Positive. So anyone that's not connected to Mr. Positive, please connect. And remember, you don't have to use the word pantyhose in your video. The reason I titled it Pantyhose and High Heels was because that was the video. And old women, that was the video that got the most views. And every time I use that word, you have to find the words, the right words, whether it's pantyhose, whether it's, how to make, how to is another way. If you how to make something, those tend to get a lot of views too. So, you've just got to figure out what will work for you. Okay. Julie, thank you for being here. Thank you, Mr. Positive. Thank you, everyone. Vino Films, Mark Core, Lisa, and Lisa, and Lisa Delara. Thank you so much. And my crowd was small tonight, but some nights it's big and some nights it's smaller. But even if one person shows up to talk to me, I'm happy. And so I thank you all. And thank you. Thank you all. And I should be on tomorrow unless I didn't come on this afternoon. I get a different crowd during the day than I do at night. And so I should be on around 2 o'clock-ish or maybe a little before, somewhere around there tomorrow afternoon, and I should be on tomorrow night. And you're welcome, Mr. Positive. Thank you. Thank you. And so, so I'm going to go in and have a bite to eat with my daughter. And then I'm just going to relax and do my comments and kind of work on maybe that join button and see what happens. So, so thank you all. I hope you all have a great Saturday night. May God bless you. And I hope you do give me a thumbs up. And I hope you make sure to go to all 5 of my channels, and I will come back to you. The links are pinned at the top of the videos, not this live stream, but go to today's video and you will find the 5 links there. So I will talk to y'all soon again. Good night.